Hey guys, I'm Jeff and you're watching Jeff's Custom RC. I'm here today in the shop with my buddy Brian. Say hey Brian.
What's up guys?
He's doing some video for us today. And today guys, we're going to be unboxing the almighty Carbon Z T28 from Horizon Hobby and Eflite. So you're probably thinking by now, well, there's one behind me in the box. That's actually mine. Brian managed to find him one. These are getting harder and harder to come by, guys, because they have been discontinued for right now. And the rumor mill has it that they're going to be coming back out with this plane very soon again, hopefully. And more than likely, it'll have the smart technology such as the ESC, a couple other things. So that's what I'm hearing. Don't know it for sure, but I'm guessing as good a plane as this is, as many people asked for it, hence the reason they brought it back for a second time. I'm guessing it'll come back for a third time and have even better stuff in it. So be waiting around for that, guys. This is the bind and fly version, same one as I have up here. This one already has the receiver with the SELECT and AS3X in it. So great deal on this airplane, guys, if you can find one. So we're going to get to unboxing this airplane, so stick around and we'll show you what's in here. All right, guys, so as we have opened the box here and got it all out, we have our manual. Pretty nice manual. Of course, it's thick, but a lot of your different languages and things. This is your setting up with Safe Select if you guys are going to do it. We're not going to set our planes up with Safe Select, but it's pretty easy to do. It tells you how. Also, it tells you where to install your clevises, your control arms, which from looking around, everything's pretty much installed on this plane down to the fuel tubing around the clevises on the horn. So that's pretty cool too, that they've already done that. So, but yeah, so basically your stats on this airplane, guys, you've got a 60 size brushless 500 kV outrunner engine or motor, 70 amp ESC with a, and it's a brushless, EC5 plug on the end of it. You've got 625 gram Metal Gear servos, so they're nice Metal Gear, and then one 16 gram Metal Gear servo for your nose gear. This plane comes with the AS3X, and it has the AR636 Sport receiver in it, guys, which is going to give you the ability to have safe as well as AS3X. This plane can fly with a 5,000 milliamp pack up to a 6,000, which is my battery of preference that I will probably fly with it. Other than that, you'll just need your transmitter and bind it up, and she's pretty much ready to go. So this plane has a, let's see, just to be sure, a 78-inch wingspan with an overall length from nose to tail of 63 inches, and it weighs approximately 12 pounds fully dressed out. So we'll start taking some things out of the box. Of course, you know, you got your bag of screws, your bind plug, some other screws for putting on your wings, things like that, guys. As you can see in here, everything comes very neat from Horizon Hobby, of course. Next, we have our prop. This is a 14.75 by 10. It's a pretty big prop. Now, that being said, Brian and I are going to be installing the master air screw 3-blade prop, which we will also be painting the tips. Check out John VHRC's video on YouTube. You'll see the prop he used. I actually got the prop through his link and the size that he recommends for this airplane, and it looks really good on it. So we're going to be putting that on there as well. So I'll lay that over here. Let's take this out, and this plane, guys, as you can see, has got some super size spars. You've got two for the wings, which are huge, really nice. They're probably a good, I don't know, I'd say not quite a ½ inch on diameter, but pretty nice, between 1/4 and 1/2. And this one right here is probably around 1/4. This is going to be for your elevator. So really nice carbon rods there for that. And let's see, now we'll get into a wing for you guys. Let's remove, well, let me take this off first. These are actually going to be for your wing, to hold your wing halves together. I think we all know about these. These come with a lot of your Corsairs, your Spitfires, your Mustangs, things of that nature. So I'm going to lift this out here. Might have one more piece to cut. This is a big box, guys. Everybody likes a big box.
Right.
So, man, these wings, good gracious, they're massive. All right, so, guys, hope you can see this. As I said, this is the underside of the wing. You have your landing gear, which are huge. All of your control surfaces are already connected from your servo arm to your horns. And as I said, have your gas line tubing already around your clevises. All of your decals are installed as well. And just the finish on this airplane is incredible. I'm gonna flip this over so Brian can get a good view of the back side, of the top side of this wing as it would be. And again, if you guys can see the finish and the paint on these wings, there's not a flaw on this thing. The foam is actually beautiful. But that's a big wing, guys. This one wing is, gosh, it looks like it's at least 3 feet long, what's going to be sticking outside of the airplane. So that is wing number one. And I'm pretty much guessing, guys, that when they come out with this airplane in the 3rd rendition, I'm pretty much betting that they're going to have lights on this airplane, because that's one thing it's screaming for. It needs lights. And I'm sure to cut corners, that's why they didn't put lights on it. But I'm going to use the easy lights that are wireless. You charge them and they last for a long time, and you'll get 3 of them, red, white, and green, and they'll do several different pulses and flashes. They're really nice. I've got them on my F-16 and love them. So let's see here. Moving right along, we have, well, we'll go right to the elevator. This is one half of your elevator. This is your other half. And as you guys can see, I don't know if you can see the light through that, Brian, but there's a carbon spar reinforcement that runs down through the center of this. There are plastic hard points where all of your screws will go through here as well. Plastic here. And these two halves will actually, let's see, they're actually going to join together. And you'll have your carbon rod, your black rod, that will go into these pieces. So, and another thing that John VHRC pointed out, guys, that we'll be doing first is making sure that the rod and everything goes through properly, and make sure that we get our screws in first, because he said if you don't, you could have some issues with that. But this right here, the elevator alone on this airplane, guys, is almost as big as the wing on some planes. I'm guessing, what would you say, Brian, that's probably about 1,100 millimeter if it was an airplane wing?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's big, really nicely done, guys. Really nice hinges in here. I don't know if you can get in on that good, Brian, and see the hinges in there that are super nicely done. And these surfaces move really well. Did you get a good shot of those in there? Yeah, they look really nice. But, so yeah, very impressed with the finish and everything so far on this plane, guys. So, let's see what we got next here. Let me go to move this piece out of the way. And next we'll be going to our rudder. Man, this is beautiful right here.
It is. Bright too, guys.
Yeah,
very
again, hard points. Plastic. All of your servos are already installed. Your linkages in here, along with your fuel tubing. And again, the hinges in here, guys. You can see those. They look really nice. Just very, very impressive. Everything just super, super nice quality on this plane. The paint on it, the stickers, everything just looks really nice. And here you've got all of your servo connections. As you can see, you've got your nice 25 gram servos on each side here. Already pre-installed and looking really, really nice. So, And I'm guessing, guys, that the newer model may come out with a couple of lights here. That would be really nice if you really wanted to scale this thing up and put a couple of lights here. That would look really good. Again, I'm going to use the easy lights just because they are easy. And you don't have to worry about wires and things like that. And they're the good size for this airplane, because this plane is screaming for larger lights. So we'll lay this over here out of the way.
Very bright.
Yes, they're very, very bright. Okay, and of course, next we have another wing half. Ryan, you got a big enough trailer for this airplane, don't you, man?
Yes, I do.
So again, another beautiful wing right out of the box, guys. And this looks really nice on this side. Let me flip it around this way so you guys can see that. It looks really, really nice.
Oh, you see that navy?
Yes, sir. Beautiful. That navy looks awesome.
It's really beautiful.
It's really, really good there. And everything is just incredibly done, man. I mean, I just can't say enough about the finish, the hinges and the wings, all the connection points. I mean, Horizon Hobby, I see why you guys came out with this plane again, because it's beautiful. And I know a T28 flies incredibly well, so this is going to be an awesome airplane. I'm going to lay something in between these so we just don't get anything on them here. Something soft in between. Flip that over, just like that. It's not even put together, guys, and it's taking up a ton of room. I love big airplane. Bigger flies better, doesn't it, Brian?
That's right. Show me that.
Yes, sir. Gotta love it. Okay, so, well, here we have this is a spinner for the motor. That's even nice looking, super nice. Detail on that as well. Even though it's plastic, it does not look it. And here, if I can get this out of here, let's see. Man, that's what you call a motor there. That is a honking motor there, guys. If you can see that, she's big. Like I said, that's 500 kV, 60 size motor. She's a big one. So look at the connectors on that, man. I mean, that's big, isn't it? So yeah, super nice. Nice mounting points on here, guys, already in. So that's really, really nice looking, along with the spinner there. And over here we have super nice cowl. I mean, all plastic, really nice. Now, I don't know about Brian, but I can tell you, mine's getting some detailing, guys. I'm gonna be putting some rods in here, a little paint. She's got to be detailed out. Also, Brian and I both are gonna be putting sound systems in this airplane because it's screaming for it as well. And those are gonna be the Sense One sound systems, and you can find those on Amazon. You're going to pay more for it. You can find them on eBay. The best price is going to be at Banggood. You're going to wait a little while for it, but I think the last I looked, last night, you could have it, let's see, I think it was by like 10 to 15 days coming from China, so literally that's not too bad. But yeah, super nice cowl there. I mean, that's really, really nice. So we'll sit that over here. Let's see, we have anything else small? Nah, don't see anything else small. All I see is, oh my God, this thing's huge. It's huge. Lord, it's like a kid at Christmas, man. Oh man, God, let me see if I can get this thing out of here, bud. Daggone, I got to find somewhere to get a hope to it. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm working on it, fellas. Give me just a second here. This thing's big, and they got it packaged in here like you wouldn't believe. Oh my God, I bet it don't even fit in the camera, man.
Well, it will.
Oh my God. Woo, doggy. Look at that thing, fellas. Get right on down the pipe there, man. That is nice. Nice. Show them the.
Ooh, it is
tell you
nice.
what, let me move this foam out of the way, Brian,
Okay.
and I'll get it up here on the table,
Okay.
where we can get you a little closer to it. I can find some room. Put it down on the floor. All right, come on up in here, man, so you can get close in on this cockpit because this is really nice, guys. And we'll open this thing up and let them see this as well on the inside. A lot of nice detail in here, guys. I'm telling you. Big pilot. Brian and I are actually going to put another pilot in here. This thing needs 2 pilots, definitely. Let's open her up here and see. Nice latching system there. Oh my gosh, man. Look at the room down in here, Brian. This is crazy. I mean, look, I can almost put I mean, that's what I'm talking about when it comes down to some room. EC5, of course. Nice battery tray in here. You also have your, I got to get Brian some room here. You also have your AS3X. This is the AR636 Sport receiver, guys. And like I said, has safe AS3X. Another thing that's really awesome that Horizon is doing in Eflite, look at these connectors on these servo leads and how they will hold together with these clips on them. That's awesome.
Lock.
Yes, that locks into place. Isn't that awesome? That is really cool. But everything is just neat and clean in here, guys. There's not a whole lot to have to do on this airplane. That's what's so nice about it. And like I said, you got a really nice latch up in here. Moves really nicely. Again, you have the same connectors back in here, if you notice, for your servo leads where they will hold together. So you don't have to worry about taping them or shrink wrapping them. That's really nice. Again, I'm guessing this would be a light if this plane would have had lights. But mine will have lights. So it's going to have that. And let's turn it over and look at the bottom side for you guys.
Oh, wow.
And look at the size of that landing gear, man. That is really, really nice in there, guys.
How's the linkage?
It's very stable, very sturdy. Everything, nice rods. That's really nice down in there. Can you see all that? Get a good shot of that. Super nice. Let me see. Tell you what. Let me see something here real quick. Rudder. What is this one here? Trying to see. That's going into there. Yeah, I mean, everything is pretty much hooked up already, man. This is literally you bind and go, fellas. I mean, it's pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. You don't have to think about it a whole lot. That's your throttle. I was trying to see if I could put that front gear down so we could get a good look at it. That is your rudder. And let's see. That's going to your front gear, which is tied in. And then that's coming out. So yeah, so you've got 2 different points here. And that's coming up into your ESC here. So that would be your throttle lead. And then that would be that's a reverse gear servo, obviously. Okay, so then this one.
How can you tell when it's a reverse servo?
Reverse gear servos, guys, normally have red, white, and black servo leads coming off of them. Typically. Now that's typically rule of thumb. It's not always the case, but in most cases, if it is a black, white, and red servo lead, it's going to be a reverse gear servo. Which means that gear, that servo goes in the reverse direction as a normal servo would. I'm going to try to pull this out if possible. Let me just see if I could unplug that. Okay, yeah. Tell you what, man, these clips that hold these things in here, they're tight. There we go. All right, now let me grab this and plug this in here. I'm going to, well, I said it was, I think my batteries might be dead.
Now, when you use your servo checker, do you plug it in the same direction, polarities? Or?
Oh yeah, your polarities are always, and it shows you on your servo tester what your polarity should be. You always want to do that as well. Yeah, my batteries are loose in this thing. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so well, these clips, man, they're tight, guys. You don't have to worry about them pulling apart, I can tell you that. Okay. So we want black to there. All right. And there you have it. So now we can see the gear all down in here. Looks really nice, guys. I think eventually, I know I'm going to be switching things out, I think, to the aluminum struts that Eflite makes, probably the Servos as well. Mr. Michael Reiska did say that you could buy the struts off of Hobby King as well and put on here. You just got to do a few different mods for your wings, for your gear, and things like that. And just to give you guys an idea, trying to think, who was the gentleman that did this? I'm sorry, I'll have to get his name and put in here, but he did the whole gear modification, and he used all Eflite servos and Eflite struts. He gives all the part numbers on his channel as well as on Facebook. And I'm sorry I cannot remember his name right now, but I will find it and insert it in the video, so you can definitely check him out. But I priced out all the parts with his part numbers. You're looking at roughly around $400 to change out everything in this plane and to put it with aluminum struts and the Eflite servos. So, but this is a beautiful plane, and I truly think it's worth the investment. So just to let you know. So now I'm going to be cycling this gear back up for you guys. So if you want to check that out, Brian, and get in on that, I'll put it back up. And there you have that.
So it doesn't have doors?
It has doors on the wings. It does not have doors on the front. I'm also guessing, just as my guess, that the newer version may have doors, you know, on the front. Again, just as another, you know, thing that they'll probably do. I'm just guessing at that. That's not, you know, a guaranteed. That's just me guessing at that. So let me plug these back in here. And it is actually the servo for the front nose gear that is a reverse gear servo, from what I'm seeing here. So again, I want to make sure we plug our polarities back in properly. They are. And so that's pretty much that. So that showed you the main landing gear, and that's where that servo goes, which there's a Y lead coming out of here for the rest of your gear from your wings, which will plug into these two leads right here from your wing coming in through the center here. So that's pretty much it as far as that goes. And I'll show you on the ends of the wing here, which we still have tape on these. We'll pull this off and show you. Here are your servo leads for your gear, your flaps, and your ailerons. As you can see, they're all labeled. Now again, a gear servo in this wing looks to be like a reverse gear on this one. Again, I could be wrong, but I've just always known reverse gear to be these colors. So if anybody wants to chime in or put a comment in there, feel free to do so. I will try to, if I can, let's see, let me move this out of the way, and we will show you, let's see where I want to put this. Let's sit back here.
This plane is huge, guys.
It is massive, and I'm running out of space here, so.
This will be the biggest plane I've got.
Yeah, it's big.
Yes.
So let me see if we take and put this into here. All right, let's see if we can. Okay, so there is your main gear for the wing. As you can see, this is all Eflite here. You know, these, I'm going to roll with these for a while because I like the white and I'm gonna try everything out and just see how it goes. I think I can fly and land this plane very well and not have a problem with the gear. And then when I have a problem, I'll probably spend the $400 and switch everything out. You know, another thing, guys, if you wanted to come in here and run lights on this plane, you could pull this tape up, follow it all the way down, and then what you would have to do is come into this channel that you see right here and cut out, and then come around to wherever you'd want your lights to be and put them on the wingtips or wherever. So it can be done. Yeah. It's not really hard. And then you would get some more tape if you chose and run over the wire. A lot of your planes don't even have tape over a lot of the wires and stuff. So again, that's a personal preference, but on a plane like this, to me, it's really screaming for it. But yeah, these things look really nice, work real well. I'll cycle it again for you here. Okay, going back up.
Sounds good too.
Yeah, it does sound good. I mean, you know, so, you know, again, these two gear alone for this plane, if you go to the Eflite gear that I'll show you the part number for, these gear are, gosh, what I think two of them are like $159 for two of these, and that does not include the struts. So, you know, like I say, you see where it adds up quick. The nose gear retract is like $50 some. Then the strut for that is an A10 strut off of a Freewing A10. So by the time you price out everything, you're going to be at $400. But, you know, this is a great plane. So put this down. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is let's just check while we're here. We might as well enjoy this little moment and check some things. There's one of your flaps. Let's go check that servo. Doing good. Do it manually. That's full deflection. That's the way they've got it set up. All right, so we'll put that where it's supposed to be. And then we'll go to our aileron over here and check it as well. Make sure we got our polarities right on our servo tester. So yeah, she's working good. Everything's working nicely. It's always a good idea, guys, to check your servos right out of the box, because if you buy this plane and something's wrong with it, well, you know, you're not going to know it until you check it. And if you wait and keep things in a box like I do sometimes, you know, and then you open it 2 or 3 months later and something doesn't work, well, you're kind of in a mess. However, when I do get these planes, I do check to make sure everything works. Just a good practice to have and to get into if you're going to wait like me to unbox some things. But, you know, I'm so busy unboxing Brian's stuff. You know, it is what it is. So we know everything works really well here. Now, another thing you can do is let these servos sit here and run for 4 or 5 minutes back and forth. That's another good way to test them out, too. But I'm going to leave this here because what I want to do is I want to have this here because we're going to give you guys an idea of the span of these wings. And, or at least we're going to try. If I got enough room here. I may have to move my trusty $3 ironing board stand, guys, just a hair, and put this here, and that way you guys can get a pretty good Brian, can you get in on that, man, and just see how big this thing is going to be?
It's taking up the screen.
I know, guys. I mean, like I said, you know, 78 inches. I mean, that's big. So, you know, but it's going to be beautiful. And I think we're going to get right on this thing. So come around probably the second video and we'll show you guys what this plane looks like all put together, give you some build tips that we run into. Just like John VHRC, if you haven't checked out his video, definitely check him out. He did some great slow flights. And of course, Mr. GB Linden is filming for him and doing a great job. So you guys check out both those channels. They're my buddies. So, I'm Jeff. This is Brian on the camera today, guys, and hang around and we'll get this thing put together. Thank you for stopping by.